Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the actress Jing Tian's warm spring confession, standing in the secret land of flowers and leaves, telling of sweetness and happiness. Jing Tian, a blossoming star, unveils her true self in spring's embrace. Known for her radiant smile and enchanting screen presence, Chinese actress Jing Tian has long captivated audiences with her charm and elegance. But this spring, she stepped into the spotlight in a different light, more personal, more authentic, and deeply resonant. At a recent event, Jing Tian surprised fans by offering an intimate glimpse into her personal life, far beyond the glitz of red carpets and film sets. Her words were not rehearsed lines from a script, but heartfelt reflections that painted the portrait of a woman growing, healing, and embracing life in all its facets. With a gentle yet confident voice, she spoke of the quiet joys that have shaped her days, moments spent in nature, rediscovering her passions, and nurturing connections that ground her. Her openness was met with warmth and admiration, as fans saw a side of Jing Tian that felt relatable and deeply human. This rare candidness marked a subtle shift in the actress's public persona. No longer just the sweet-faced heroine of dramas and films, Jing Tian revealed herself as a woman of quiet strength and emotional depth, a star who shines not only on screen but also in the hearts of those who admire her journey. In a season of renewal, Jing Tian's honest sharing reminded us all that true beauty often lies in vulnerability. And in doing so, she drew her audience closer than ever, inviting them not just to watch her story unfold, but to feel it. Jing Tian glows with grace, sharing her heart in a blooming spring moment. Dressed in a flowing, ethereal gown that fluttered like petals in the breeze, Jing Tian looked every bit the fairy tale muse as she appeared before a dazzling floral backdrop at a recent spring event. With grace in every step and warmth in her eyes, she seemed to have stepped straight out of a dream, and yet, what she offered that day was something far more real than a fantasy. As the soft light danced around her, Jing Tian began to speak, her voice calm yet sincere. She shared personal reflections on love, career, and life, words that resonated deeply with the audience. There was no facade, no rehearsed glamour, only a woman bearing her heart with quiet courage. She spoke of past experiences with candor, but what stood out most was her unwavering optimism. Each sentence was infused with hope, a belief in the beauty of what lies ahead. Whether talking about the lessons learned from love or the resilience built through challenges in her career, Jing Tian's tone remained steady, gentle, and full of light. In that moment, surrounded by spring's vivid bloom, she wasn't just a beloved actress, she was a storyteller, a dreamer, and a woman gracefully embracing all that life has to offer. Her presence felt like a breath of fresh air, reminding everyone that growth, like spring, begins with honesty and blooms through hope. Jing Tian didn't just captivate the crowd, she connected. And in doing so, she gave her fans something rare and unforgettable, a piece of her true self. Jing Tian finds her balance, a glimpse into the actress's life beyond the spotlight. In the soft glow of spring blossoms, Jing Tian stood radiant, not just in appearance, but in spirit. During a recent public event that blended elegance with intimacy, the beloved actress opened up about a chapter of her life rarely seen by the public eye. And in doing so, she revealed not just the face of a star, but the soul of a woman at peace. "I'm truly happy," Jing Tian shared with a calm sincerity that echoed through the room. "Not just because of the achievements in my career, but because I found balance, my own kind of balance. This sense of fulfillment," she explained, "comes from more than applause and camera flashes. It comes from understanding herself, drawing boundaries, and learning to breathe in a world that often moves too fast." For Jing Tian, happiness isn't about chasing perfection, it's about embracing harmony between ambition and serenity. With rare candor, she spoke about her journey toward this equilibrium, how she navigates the highs of her profession without losing the quiet joy of everyday life. She described her mornings filled with peace, her deepening appreciation for solitude, and her growing ability to say no when needed. Her reflections weren't just inspiring, they felt profoundly grounding. In sharing this wisdom, Jing Tian didn't preach, she invited. She offered a gentle reminder that success is not just a destination but a state of being, one built on self-awareness and choice. It was a moment of connection, as she encouraged others to seek not just the spotlight, But the sunlight within a night to remember, Jing Tian inspires with honesty, hope, and heart. The atmosphere at the event was nothing short of magical. Warm lights, gentle music, and a sea of blooming flowers created a dreamy, romantic setting. But what truly moved the audience wasn't just the aesthetics, it was the heartfelt sincerity of Jing Tian herself as she spoke, sharing personal reflections and quiet wisdom. The crowd fell into a hush. Fans listened intently, their eyes glistening with emotion. It wasn't just admiration they felt, it was connection. For many, this was the first time seeing their idol in such a genuine, unfiltered light. "I never thought I'd hear her speak like this," one fan said, visibly moved. "She's always been beautiful and talented, but tonight, she felt so real, so close." Through her calm presence and thoughtful words, Jing Tian delivered a message that resonated far beyond the moment. No matter where you are in life, keeping a hopeful heart and daring to chase the life you want is what truly matters. She reminded everyone that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. That optimism isn't naivety, it's resilience. And that authenticity, even in the glittering world of entertainment, is still one of the most powerful things a public figure can offer. By the end of the evening, Jing Tian had done more than charm the audience, she had inspired them. With grace and warmth, she showed that behind every perfect picture is a journey, and behind every star is a human story worth telling. Jing Tian teases new projects, embraces the future with poise and passion. As the evening drew to a close, Jing Tian left her audience with one final surprise, an exciting preview of her upcoming projects. Though she kept the details under wraps, the sparkle in her eyes and the quiet confidence in her tone said it all. She's ready for what's next. Whether it's a new drama, a film role, or perhaps something entirely unexpected, fans now have every reason to be thrilled. "I can't share too much just yet," she said with a knowing smile, "but I promise, it's something I've poured my heart into." What was most striking, however, wasn't just the announcement of new work, but the energy with which she shared it. Gone was the image of a star simply following the path laid before her. In her place stood a woman in control of her own narrative, poised, passionate, and unafraid. Her demeanor throughout the event reflected this transformation. There was elegance, of course, but also a quiet strength. Jing Tian didn't just talk about growth, she embodied it. In a world where celebrity often feels distant, Jing Tian brought the spotlight down to earth. And in doing so, she reminded us that the most compelling journeys are the ones taken with authenticity and courage. What do you think about Jing Tian's new chapter? Are you excited for her upcoming projects? Let's talk in the comments. What part of her story inspired you the most?